So we have another template making tutorial video, but this time it's not Montse or myself showing you guys how to make a template. We're actually doing this with Hans. Hans is a big part of the Photo Booth 101 community, one of my closest friends, mentor to a lot of you guys in the LumaBooth chat. But this is a good one, you guys, because Hans makes his templates like I've never seen anyone make it. He like approaches it like with an engineering type of like scientific background. So like this is a great tutorial. So we screen recorded Hans making this template, and you're going to hear audio from him talking and then also me talking. So this is a great one. Don't go anywhere. Let's just get going. Ready? Let's go. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and if you don't mind, Hans, let's just dive right into it. If you want to go ahead and open up Canva. And
Yeah,
I'm just here to commentate and throw some insight. Hans is making this design.
yeah. All right, let's do it. Share screen. Can you see?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Bear with me because you can't. Yeah, I always admire you, Drew, that you could always work around all these buttons when you're sharing your screen because it's very difficult.
Yeah.
But but okay, cool. So we have this customer. They're having a wedding, right? So they got a wedding template. They gave us the invitation. They told us what they want their invitation is. I mean the templates to say. They told us the date that they want to include and like stuff like that. They didn't really tell us the font, which is fine. I'll show you guys a quick way to kind of grab a similar font. But yeah, let's just start. Let's start off the bat. They said it's a 4x6, so we're gonna create one custom size, right? Width. Oh, make sure you put inches first. Inches. You want it 6 inches in width, 4 inches in height. Now we're gonna create a new design. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. By the way, guys, Canva Pro is definitely worth the money, but if you're on a budget, regular Canva will work, but I know and Hans uses Canva Pro, I use Canva Pro, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in this video too. So,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would ever make a template without Canva Pro. Um, but yeah, okay, so cool.
and
Where we
you
got
also too, if you want, Hans, you can also pull up the like that email and pull that stuff out and just show them as well.
uh like what they want.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or like if you want to just open, well, you could just open a new tab and then just put like the Gmail and then just have that the info there. So like if you want to like show like the invite and then like show like, copy and pasting what they asked.
Yeah, for sure. Let me.
Mm.
So this is what they asked. They said, "Hi Drew, thanks. The wedding's this Saturday."
Sorry, hold on. Let's redo that. All right, guys. So
Yeah.
first, before we talk about like the template, we want to make this clear, you guys. It's very important to get all the info you can. And that's why when we make templates for people, we ask questions like, what are the exact words you want on it? Send an invite if you have any. So like you can be the best template maker in the world. And if you don't have the proper info, you're not going to make the right template. So, all right, we have the email here. So Hans, go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, so, Drew, most likely, because I don't know how you do it, but I have a questionnaire similar to it. So I'm assuming the Laura Gerardo is what they wanted to say. The date right underneath is what they wanted to say and how they want it written. Because sometimes my customers want, say 11.15.25. So I'm gonna copy and paste this because that's how they wrote it. They want a 3 photo booth template, so they want 3 photos on the template. They told us the theme or the celebration, so it is a wedding, formal and glamorous. And then they told us the colors that they want to use. Uh, and then they are also getting a welcome screen, you know. So they told us the type of iPad that they have. So this information right here helps. If they just tell you that they have an iPad, that doesn't really help us. So they were very specific, and I like that. They said that it's a Pro, it's an 11-inch, and it's fourth generation.
And why does
All
that
that
matter? Like,
info,
why
just
why does
plug
the
it in.
iPad matter?
Yeah. So it matters because for the welcome screen, there's different pixels, size screens for each iPad. So say I use the 10th gen for my drop-offs, and it's a regular iPad 10th gen or an 11th gen, and then I use the which one else do I use? The Pro. I think it's like a 2022. I forget which one. Which I would have to look it up. But you just need to know what iPad it is because each one has a different screen size, and it's in pixels. So with this information that we got here, you can just plug it into Google. It'll give you the size in pixels, and you'll make it the right size.
The welcome screen, right?
For the welcome screen, not for the photo booth template, like the design template, but like the welcome screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. Let's do it. Let's get this freaking template and then that welcome screen.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back to Canva. We already plugged in the information that we need. What I like doing is uploading. I already did this beforehand, but I like uploading their invitation. So this is the invitation that they gave us. Really helps me to kind of get an idea what they like, right? Um, Here's a quick trick. Say they didn't give you the font, which I hate it when they give me the font because they're like, "Oh, I want to use this font." It's like unless you give me the name of the font, I'm not really gonna go and try to find it in 5,000 fonts that Canva has. So if they don't give me the font, it's like it's cool. I don't even ask for the font really. I just tell them like I'll do my best to grab a similar one. So what I like doing is grab text. Boom. I'm gonna just do all text. Grab. Boom. That's all the
Th-
text I need.
This is this is what I love. I'm in this business 13 years. I didn't even know you can do that in Canva. Whoa.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna erase everything I don't need. Like, sorry, you're in the way. There we go. I admire you, Drew. I don't know how you do it with all these screens, man. Yeah, I'm gonna tell yo, we owe like Drew a big thank you for dealing with it. But yeah, cool. Now I got right here. Um, Now check it out. I could there's some things that are still left in the template. Let's go to Magic Eraser. Gonna erase these things right now real quick. So I'm gonna erase this. I'm gonna erase that.
Yeah. And guys, this is like advanced stuff here, right? Most people aren't going to go through this to do this, but I'm glad that you're doing this, Hans. So like maybe those that have like a little bit of experience maybe can do this, but like for most templates, we're not going in and changing the invite like this, right?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Why didn't it erase it? It just erased it. You saw that, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then this is sometimes Canva like flips out. I don't know why it
It's
did
funny.
that.
I thought
So
my computer screen was dirty.
see, it's gone, right?
Yeah.
Let's see it. Now let's see if it brings it again. Because I hate it when it does that. What the heck? Let's see.
Wow. Is this weird? Look, you're watching Hans make a template. He's taking your job.
He's taking my job.
It's like Canva, he's the Canva king.
Oh yeah, I wish. All right, cool. So, what I like doing is just going back to other templates. I've made templates before, right?
Mhm.
So if you already made templates, I usually find like a old template that I've done just so I don't have to make the squares because my squares are already evened out. I could really go into depth with it on how I got these all even. So you know what? Yeah, I will. But let's just grab one then. Cool. I'm just gonna grab one rectangle,
Well,
right?
how would somebody pull one of those up if they're new?
Yeah, let's actually do it. So we're gonna go to elements, rectangle, or you could just type in rectangle, right? Rectangle. You just choose the shape. So it's this guy right here. All right. Um, I don't know if you my rule of thumb is
I
when
eyeball
I'm you eyeball it, I don't. It's
it.
for me, I'm very I don't wanna be mean, but I'm very strict on how it is.
Mm.
Because I know that professionally it's the ratio is 1 or 1.5. So I don't really want to confuse you guys, but if the short side is 1 inch, then the long side is going to be 1.5 inch. So right now I'm going to see, okay, I'm going to do 1.6, right? 1.6. So 1.6 times 1.5. I know I'm really strict with it, dude. I am really strict with it.
So
One,
I'll
what,
usually like make one and then just duplicate it 3 times so they're all the same.
yeah. Well, that's what I want to do right now. 2.4. And now that I got the perfect size,
And then again,
just
sorry,
gonna
just for those watching, Hans is making these are photo placeholders. So he's doing
yeah.
3 of them, and that's where the 3 photos that they're taking for the photo booth are gonna go. Yeah.
All right, now check it out. Now I'm gonna do a line because now I want to divide everything evenly, right? So
Hmm.
I'm gonna find my middle spots on both. You, a lot of you guys don't know this. A lot of even the OGs, right? I you know what my initial before I became a paramedic, before I got interested in the health field,
I
you
know.
know
I
what?
think I know. We've never talked about this. Were you into like carpenter or like
No, architecture.
construction? Architect. Okay, that makes sense.
Architect. So there's a program called AutoCAD, and it's it's an architect program, but I learned how to mess around with the shapes and how to make everything evenly, and my math was pretty good. I went as high as like calculus 2, I believe, and that's where I stopped. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I failed calculus 2. I was like, yeah, I'm done. That's as far as I got, and then I knew my limit. But yeah.
I love
All
it.
right, cool. So now that everything's spaced out evenly, right? Now that it's gonna kind of tell you like from here to here is 1.3. You see how it kind of tells you
Mm.
that's evenly placed, that's evenly placed. Now everything is all evenly placed around. So that's how I get it. You don't have to do that. Sometimes I even get like a little more strict with myself. And when I say it, I do it every time, dude. I'm gonna get the middle marker of this one, the middle marker of this one, and I want my middle marker of this one.
This is the best, dude.
I got
It's so interesting to see the way you make these.
So now I know my middle of this square in here. So
Hmm.
boom. So Laura, um, I believe this font might not have a good end, but let me see.
Interesting too,
I'm gonna
because like
put
you see what he's doing, you guys. He's breaking it into
uh,
sections. I know it's obvious for some of you guys what he's doing, but that extra space right there in the bottom right with the extra black cross is where the text is going, and that's why he's putting it down there so he can know that everything is symmetrical, basically.
yep.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know how to explain it. You explain it better than I can. I just so I'm gonna grab this end sign because the end sign for this whatever font this is Pinyin script doesn't have a good end sign, so I'm gonna do that. So that looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna duplicate this one and do Gerardo. Gerardo. Cool. You gotta copy the color of this one. Sometimes I don't know what color it is, so I'll just gotta go right there and boom, that's the same color.
Do that again
Cool.
really quick. I think you skipped over that really quick. How did you make
Okay.
the color?
So so you're gonna choose whatever element you want to change the color to. So this one, right? You're gonna choose this color. You're gonna go to the add sign,
Mm.
add new color. It's gonna go to the color that's originally. You're gonna get this what is this thing called, Drew?
It's like a drop, like a I don't know, like a drop thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just click this and then go to whatever color you want to grab, right? So I'm gonna go in the middle of this one because that's the color I want. All
Hmm.
right. Boom. And now it's gonna be that color.
Do you know if that
Cool.
works? Does that work on assets too? Like if I had a picture of like my hat, I could change the color of the hat by doing the drop.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Actually, I remember back then you used to be able to even do it outside of Canva. Like you
Hmm.
go outside of Canva and choose something else, but I think they took that away. Anyways, so now that we got this, now I kind of want to mess around with it because we got to fit a date under it. So I want to move everything just a little bit further up. Still try to make it kind of neat because remember, once again, they wanted this date right here, so we got to make space for it. Canva, there we go. Uh, so and I like my date to not be as big as as the as their name because they're not celebrating this date, they're celebrating their selves. So let's go back to the email. I like to copy and paste.
Yeah, man. Copy
Paste.
and pasting is so important, dude, because if you think you're remembering how to spell somebody's name, you're gonna and then you misspell it, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. I've heard your horror stories.
Bro.
Um, Trying to clean it up here real quick. Still need to go a little bit higher. Kind of make it a little bit small. Let's see. Cool. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let me just start erasing my placeholder. Sometimes before I start erasing, sometimes if I'm gonna mess with it later, I'll just duplicate this page. So in case I'm like, oh, I missed that, I could just go back and it's like, because I don't want to make my placeholders all over again. So, but I'll just start erasing these. So now I kind of gotta work with this. All right, so they wanted gold, right? So sometimes when I want like a mimic like a gold, I'll go to text color. You go to add new color, and you choose gradient, and just add like a couple of colors, right? And then they wanted gold, so I'm gonna choose like a goldish color. So let's choose right there,
Yeah.
goldish color right there, and just kind of you'll go back and forth. Doesn't have to be perfect. You'll make it look perfect later. You just kind of want to get the idea of how it's gonna look first. So now so I don't like that yellowish yellow, so kind of want to make it a little darker. Um, let me see. Let me go a little darker. So that kind of looks like a gold letter. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you guys get the idea. Like you can make gradients, mess with the gradient, click again, mess with these, and then you could change it up a little bit, you know. So that looks nice. And then you don't have to do this all over again because once you do one, check it out. Now I'm gonna choose this guy, and it has it there for you. Boom. So I don't have to do it for everyone. The only thing it won't let you is some elements won't let you. So even if you want to click gradient, there's no gradient option. So, but I mean, to me it looks good. Let me choose
Yeah, I
this
can't.
one,
I didn't even notice.
right? Yeah. I mean, I'm strict on myself, but I'm like, I'm also not gonna spend hours and hours editing one little element. Cool. There we go. That's a quick template. I mean, that took me what, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Um, anything else that you want me to go over, like that I rushed through?
Yeah, no, that was good. Maybe let's show like if adding an element over the photo, like obviously that has to be done in layers. What would you recommend on doing that?
Cool. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna just duplicate this, right?
Mhm.
Or actually, not. I'm not even gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna go. Hold on. I'm gonna add a whole new page, and check it out. Say that they didn't give you an invitation because sometimes they book you a year in advance. It's happened to me, right? They book you a year in advance. You have nothing to work with, but they want to see something. So that's what I like about Canva is I'm gonna put wedding gold. See what they have. Sometimes they have some pre-made templates, right? So we got this one, right? I could work with this. Erase what you don't want. So we don't want all this. All this we don't want. Maybe I could use a couple of things, but for the most part, we're not gonna. No, 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 go back. For the most part. Oh no, see, gosh, darn it. Start deleting stuff. Delete, 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 delete. I have a plan to use this one. I'm not sure yet, but right, you just kind of your creative mind, especially once you start using Canva, you just start learning what elements you can use. So I'm gonna copy these because I don't want to use all those lines again. So I'm gonna just do these. I'm holding Shift and I'm clicking every square.
For the photo
Right
place.
clicking it. No, I'm right clicking it. I'm gonna put copy. I'm gonna put paste. Boom, right, and now we got this right. These elements I'm planning on putting them over as a corner. But I gotta resize them real quick. So I'm gonna erase all of them but one. I'm gonna move you real quick. I'm gonna move you again real quick. Let me move you over here. All right, cool. All right. So this is a little too big, but here, let's bring this guy to the front. So for layers, you could either put bring to the front, or you could go to layers and then show layers and then mess with the layers. So if I want, things in the front, things in the back,
Hmm.
you you'll be able to mess with things. So, but I want this in the front right now, and I'm gonna mess with it right now. Maybe probably make it a little bit smaller.
Yeah, and that's the
Make
thing
it
too, guys. You don't want it to overlap so much to
too much.
where
Yeah.
it's going to be. Have you ever done that where you overlapped it so much where it's like covering somebody's face because it's
It's
so.
usually a kid. It's usually a kid because it's usually at the bottom,
Yeah.
and it's like freaking like a little plant is like straight up in their freaking face. And it's just like, oh man, little Timmy got cropped out. So
I mean,
yeah, so that looks kind of nice. It's a little over, but then whatever's. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? So now we got the same size, so now I'm gonna duplicate it. Um, I'm gonna flip it. So you click flip, boom, boom, put it at the other corner. And what I like doing is you see that line that kind of matches the thing. If I really wanted to once again get like really, really strict, I'm gonna make these lines, right? The cross hash, make sure that everything's spaced out evenly.
yeah.
But I already went through that, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it right now. Boom, this one I'm gonna flip, you know, let's see, like right there maybe. And then this one, flip. Oh, no, flip. Kind of just sometimes they'll snap into like, oh, so you just kind of gotta look until it snaps.
Hmm.
It's not
I wish
snapping.
I wish LumaBooth had that inside the software.
Oh, dude, that's my wish, but
Yeah.
you know.
Dude,
All right, so
this
cool,
is this adds so much, by the way. I can already see the template. It just elevated it a lot, man.
right? All right, now check it out. I think I'm gonna use this as like a little border. So now I'm gonna grab this that we were talking about. So right now I'm clicking, holding shift, copy, paste. Color's a little off, so I'll end up having to change the color row now. Let's change it right now to I don't know, brown. Oh yeah. Let's change the brown and just match these uh these colors in the. They said ivory, so kind of. Let me see. Can grab that element real quick. Let's see. I want this element out of there, so right there. That's a different brown. I could already tell. There we go. All right. Let me bring this up a little bit, kind of make it like look nice. Let's change it to that darker brown as well. Kind of want it to be above as well. Just kind of make it look nice. Let's flip it real quick. There we go. And then we want to copy the date. Copy, paste. Once again, I'm gonna change it to another color, that dark brown color. Don't like this plant right here. So we're just gonna shift it a little bit. No big deal. And boom, right there. Right here, if you want to make this gold, so you know how we made the letters gold, we could also make this template gold, kind of like their invitation. So you're just gonna click colors once again, click add new color, add gradients. I'm gonna move you here. I'm gonna collapse you. I didn't know you could collapse. All right. I'm gonna add a couple colors, and now we're gonna make this kind of gold. Let's do a little darker. Mm, kind of want to make it. I'm gonna change the color of these because they're throwing me off. So let me change the color of that to gray. Cool. There we go. Now I could see the placeholders a little bit better. Go back to color on this. I was messing with this. Cool. And that kind of looks goldish. Once again, just mess with the gradients if you want to make it look more goldish. Add more colors. Like I said, You could mess with how the gradient is distributed. So when you go here, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this. I like this one a lot. So right there kind of looks goldish, has some brownish. We don't have ivory really, but that's why you go back and forth with your client. You know, sometimes they're like, I'm okay with small edits. If they want me to make a whole new template, I kind of resist against it unless I didn't listen to the instructions. But you know, if I listen to the instructions and they're like, "Oh, I don't like it," then I'm like, "All right, well, you're gonna have to pay to make another one," because you know, I made it fast, right? But when we first start, you know, this when I was a rookie, this would have taken me like an hour, you know.
Yeah, but question for you though. How are
Mhm.
you exporting and getting the photos in there? Because if you look at the placeholder, it's overlap.
Oh,
Hmm.
I see it. Yeah, yeah, that's very true. So let's show the people. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this, and then anything that's overlapping your placeholders, you're gonna delete. So I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. You could even delete these if you want. So I mean,
Which you don't have to, right? Because it'll
you
literally
don't
just
have to.
it'll go over it.
And now
So,
check it out. I like changing this color to like a red or a green. Why? Because if you just leave it, because sometimes it's just white, right? Sometimes it's just white or black, especially not black. Don't leave it on black. The reason why is because when I'm gonna show you how I save it, if it still looks red or green, I know that it didn't save right, so I did something wrong or something happened. Or sometimes the software I've seen, like it kind of like it's hard for it to differentiate the background versus the design.
mm.
So I always change it to a different color.
And then
Okay.
we're going to be saving that at that bottom one as a transparent file, right?
Yeah.
And then
So what we're gonna, I like saving this one first. So we're gonna save page 3 right now. So we're gonna go share, download. Right now I'm gonna just save page 3. Done. Don't mess with any of this. Don't mess with the size. Done none of this. The first one is just regular save, right? Boom. Download it. You're done. Okay. Your second one, just name it whatever you want. Let's sure. Okay, cool. Your second one, this one, you're gonna download it. This is what's important. So it's page 4, right? So we're gonna just do page 4 for right now. Current page. Done. And then transparent background. Don't forget that. That's super crucial. That's what you want. So transparent background, download.
and then I guess you can actually just click on that file we just downloaded to show them that it's no longer red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna do right now. I was gonna go into my files, right? So check it out, right? This is what I saved, and it's red, right? Quote unquote red. So we're gonna go to downloads. Um, this is the one that I just saved. Literally this one.
Hmm.
Do you guys see red?
Nope.
No.
I see what you're saying now, because if it was black, you wouldn't know if it changed or not.
Exactly. If it's black, you wouldn't even know. So that's my tip. That's a tip that, you know, I've told other people to, you know, change it to red or green when they're doing an overlay. And if they see the red or green, you know, you saved it wrong or something happened down the line.
Yeah.
So
And really quick, if you guys are watching this and like, let's just say you want to add some different assets. Let's just say we want to add a wedding cake or whatever, right? Do you mind, Hans, showing people, the elements and talking about, how you get that done?
yeah, yeah. So let's go to elements. This is a wedding, so let's do a wedding ring, right? A wedding ring. Let's do a. They said it's elegant. It's nice, so we're not gonna go too crazy. Let's do this one, right? Just resize it. But yeah, these are all the elements you have available to you. You see these crowns? That means you need Canva Pro. How many of these do you see with a crown? Like 90% of them are just, you know, straight up Canva Pro. So
Yeah.
might as well just use them.
By the way, bro, I just got hit for my Canva Pro bill because we paid by the year.
Yeah.
I saw a charge for like $120, and I
Mhm.
was like, wait, what? And then I looked and it said Canva, and I was like, take my money. Don't even care. It's
Don't,
worth it.
yeah.
Take it.
Worth it, dude. And it's so versatile too. You could, use it outside your business,
Yep, absolutely, man.
But
Cool.
here it is. Like this is how you add, elements. I showed you how to do text. Let's you want to go a little more advanced? No, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple.
Yeah, no. So, you guys, the process is the same. If he's doing a strip, it's just different dimensions in the beginning. Instead of putting 4 by 6 or 6 by 4, it would be 2 by 6 in inches. But I think next up, man, is just let's just make a simple and talk about how to get the sizing and all that for the welcome screen. So let's just do a little welcome screen tutorial if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure. So let's go back, right? Apple iPad 4th Pro inch 11th generation, right? So now we're just gonna go to google.com
And remember, guys,
and
whatever iPad you have, this is what you want to do the search for. We're trying to find the dimensions. Screen size. Yep.
boom, it's right there, right?
Yes,
Screen
sir.
size and pixels. All right, so cool. Now we're gonna go back to Canva. We're gonna create a new screen, custom screen. It's already right there because I was prepared, but that's the dimension that they need. We're going. I'm assuming, and now this is super important. I'm assuming that they are gonna have their screen slanted like laying down, right? Like landscape mode.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you look at the pictures they're on the template, they're landscape mode. So that means that the camera has to be landscape mode, right?
Unless
Um
unless they have a photo booth that's named after Mexican food that you can't rotate.
yeah. Then you can't rotate it, you're kinda SOL, so don't get that one. But and I'm Mexican, so I could say that. All right, so cool. We're creating a new design. And now we know that for sure this is gonna fit their iPad screen. So and once again, let's just go to uploads. Like I said, I always like going to their invitation, make it pretty simple. Go to edit, um, grab text. I'll put all text right now. Just grab. I'm gonna edit this. Magic eraser. Just erase the stuff that I don't need, which is this and this guy.
Man, you're
Erase.
so fast. You're so good. Skills, man. How much faster are you now than you were when you first did your first template?
Dude, I would say like at least 4 times faster. At least.
That's nuts.
Set image background.
And while he's doing this, you guys, if you're not quite sure what the welcome screen is, it's literally a section on LumaBooth, but it's going to be the first thing people see when they walk up to the photo booth. So again, it's important to incorporate the theme because it's going to be the thing that's displayed most of the time that the photo booth is there, right? The welcome screen.
Yep. All right. Like I said, this font doesn't have a good and, so I'm just gonna go to elements and just put an and sign on it. Uh, so this one looks elegant. This one looks pretty. Gotta make it a little smaller. Once again, you gotta choose that color, right? Cool.
Yeah. And two, in theory, you could have just copied and pasted from the template, right?
What do you mean?
Like the all of this stuff we're doing now, we could have just like from the template, just pulled it from there.
Oh yeah. Like yeah. So yeah, you
Yeah.
could actually do that. So we're gonna do this. We could copy all this.
Just to save time. I'm just saying anyone watching this,
Yeah.
but I'm enjoying watching you do it again.
Yeah. So yeah, you could do that. But you know, just for demonstration purposes when
Yeah.
people want to see what I'm doing. And then I always like leaving a little bit of space at the bottom because that's where they're gonna put the experience buttons. You guys got to keep in mind like where's the experience buttons gonna be. So right here he has space down here. So you could add if he's gonna add GIFs, if he's gonna add boomerang video, he has space right here. So
Dude,
don't just make it big. Don't just freaking make it huge like this, and then Now
Dude,
they don't have freaking space to put their experience buttons because now it's gonna be over the name, right?
I can't stand when people put their experience buttons on the left side. Have you seen people do that?
Like on the side right here.
Ugh, yeah, it's just aesthetically, it should always be at the bottom. It looks the best
Yeah,
there, the buttons, because you
it
can,
does look the best.
yeah, you can move them now, which is great. It makes making welcome screens easier because you don't have to, you don't have to kind of, you can just put your text up there and just leave a little bit of space, and you can move them and change them. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, there it is. And now just when you're saving this, download, right?
hmm
And once again, I know you guys are tempted, like, oh look, megapixels. I'm gonna blow it up and make it super, high resolution. It's gonna look great. You don't need all that. Don't do that because once you do that, you're messing with the iPad screen size. So don't do that. When you put download, just leave it at whatever you set it at. Don't mess with that ever.
So now this part of the video, I'm going to actually take all of those assets that Hans has made for the template, the welcome screen, and I'm going to show you guys how to upload it into. Okay, Photo Booth family. So we have the iPad and LumaBooth open. We're going to hit the drop down menu top right. You see that arrow. We're going to start off by uploading the template first. So let's go to print layout. And you'll see right here, it's already set to the same settings that we need. But if you're not quite sure, you can go to layouts. You can actually go to where it says preset, and then you can see the dimensions here. So depending on your template, just make sure you're selecting the right one. But to upload the template that we made, we're going to go over here where it says image and photo library. I've already downloaded these images onto my iPad. You can use email, or if you're making your templates on a MacBook, you can just AirDrop. But just make sure you save everything to your iPad. So boom, look. So now we have to make sure we go to send backward, send backward, send backward, send backward. Okay. And we're going to also select photo 4, hit delete, and now we're just going to rearrange the photos to go over the placeholders just like so. All right. Let's just leave it like that. And let me go ahead and delete these other ones here. There's a little trick. And I'm only going to leave the first one because we're just going to hit duplicate 2 times. 1, 2. And now I already know they're sized the right way. Just a little trick here to save a little bit of time. Right? Then we're going to go to here, photo 1, make this photo 2. And we're going to drop this third one here into the third slot, just like so. And we're going to go here where it says photo 1 and make this photo 3. So boom, just like that. And obviously, I need to make a little adjustment here just by doing that. So now we're not done. We have that one other layer that Hans made for the border. We're gonna add that, and you're gonna see how easy this is, right? The way he did it. We're gonna go to where it says image. We're gonna go photo library, and then this is the file right here. Just like that. How cool is that? So if you've ever wondered how to get an image over it, this is one way to do it. So let's go ahead and hit the drop down menu. Let's launch event. Let me pick up the iPad, and let's just take some photos. I'm actually using, just holding the iPad here. There's no lighting. I just really want you guys to see what it looks like on the template, man. I mean, Hans took the time to do this, so let's just see what it looks like. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this video, and remember, go to photobooth101.com to get all of your photo booth equipment. And make sure to follow us on YouTube. We're really trying to grow this channel. And boom, just like that. Look, you can see the artwork over it. So now that we have that done, let's hit the drop-down menu, and we're going to go over to the welcome screen. You see to the left in red. And you're going to want to click Image. And here, you're going to want to make sure you have that welcome screen that you made saved as a file. That way you can pull it up here. So if it's saved to photos, make sure you save it as a file. But then once you see it here, you click on it. You send backward, send backward, send backward. And boom. But you'll notice my template here. Not my template, I'm sorry, my welcome screen, the sizing is actually sized for the 11-inch iPad, which you guys see Hans made. Well, I'm using a 12.9 iPad. I don't have an 11-inch iPad, and that's why you see a little bit of a border here. So that's why it's important to make sure you're looking up the iPad dimensions so you can have it fit perfectly. You can always pinch it, right, and just make it bigger just by dragging it. But then it's just not, you're not going to get the design correct exactly. And then again, you can always move the buttons for the experiences to get that done just like that. So boom, there you go. Thanks for watching. God bless, and we'll see you soon. Remember, photobooth101.com for all your photo booth equipment needs. Take care.